millionaire lived in a grand mansion surrounded by wealth and luxury, but within those walls there was a little daughter, who was unlike other children. She was not cruel in heart, but she was sharp, restless, and full of demands. Her mother had passed away when she was very young, leaving her father to raise her mostly through nannies and maids. Yet none of them ever lasted for long. Each one left either in tears or frustration. The little girl would test them with mischiefs. She would hide their belongings, spill things on purpose, and sometimes scream until her father gave in to her wishes. The millionaire tried to provide everything: toys, dresses, tutors, and trips. But he could not give the one thing his daughter craved the most: gentle understanding. Dozens of maids had come and gone, each promising they would manage, but within weeks they would leave defeated. Some said the girl was impossible to handle. Some said she was spoiled beyond repair. And some left quietly without a word. The millionaire worried deeply, not because he could not find help, but because he saw his daughter growing lonelier. Her smile faded at times when she thought no one was watching at night. She would sleep, clutching a small pillow, pretending it was her mother, and in the morning she would put on her little crown and walk like a princess, but her eyes betrayed her longing for love. One morning a new maid arrived at the mansion. She was not glamorous, nor dressed in the finest clothes. She was simple, calm, and her eyes held warmth. Her name was Anna. She bowed respectfully to the millionaire and then looked at the little girl who stood there with folded arms and an expression that dared her to try. Anna smiled and said softly, "You must be the princess of this palace." The girl narrowed her eyes, expecting the maid to bend under her stubbornness. Instead, Anna bent to her level, looked straight into her eyes, and asked, "Do you like stories?" The girl blinked, surprised. No one had ever asked her that. They only tried to discipline or bribe her. She muttered maybe and walked away. That first day, the little girl tried her usual tricks. She spilled juice on the carpet deliberately. Anna did not scold or complain. She simply cleaned it, humming a tune the girl expected anger but saw patience, so she threw her toys everywhere. Anna gathered them quietly, then asked, "Will you help me make the castle of your toys stronger?" The girl frowned, but curiosity made her join. Soon, they built towers and bridges, and for the first time laughter echoed in the playroom. Days passed, and the girl tried harder tests. She locked Anna outside in the garden on a rainy day. Anna stood soaked, smiling, when the door was opened, saying, "Thank you for giving me fresh air." The girl poured flour over her dress. Anna shook it off and asked, "Do you want to bake cookies together?" The girl threw a tantrum at bedtime, screaming and crying. Anna sat by her bed, humming a lullaby until her eyes closed gently. The girl would never admit it, but her heart was softening. The millionaire watched in silence, wondering what was different. Anna never raised her voice, never bribed, never complained. She treated the girl not as a spoiled child, but as a lonely soul. She listened to her dreams, fears, and even her silly demands. She told her stories about courage, kindness, and mothers who watched over their children from the stars one night. The little girl whispered to Anna, "Do you think my mother sees me?" Anna stroked her hair and said, "I am sure. She does. Every star that shines brighter is her smile for you." From that night on, the little girl stopped being cruel. She began helping Anna set the table, pick flowers for the hall, and even greet her father with warmth. The mansion, which once echoed with cries and complaints, now glowed with laughter. The millionaire noticed his daughter's transformation. She was calmer, happier, and even more loving. One evening, he found her hugging Anna tightly, whispering, "Please never leave me." The words pierced his heart because he realized what his daughter truly needed was not another maid, but someone who gave her the love of a mother. The millionaire called Anna to his study. He thanked her deeply and asked why she never complained when his daughter tested her patience. Anna smiled and said, "Because I do not see her as trouble. I see her as a child who lost too much too soon. She is not difficult, she is hurting, and hurt only heals with love." The millionaire felt humbled. He offered her more money, more comforts, but Anna said, "What matters to me is not the pay. It is the bond with her. If she needs me, I will stay as long as she wants." And so days turned into months and months into years. Anna became more than just a maid. She became a guardian, a teacher, and the motherly figure. The little girl longed for the millionaire, often watched them together in the garden, laughing among flowers, and his heart filled with gratitude. The little girl no longer tested every maid because she needed only one. Anna had done the impossible. She had turned her world of loneliness into one of love, and she had shown the millionaire that sometimes the greatest riches are not in gold or jewels, but in the simple warmth of a caring heart, and in the bond that no wealth can ever buy.